Hey everybody, it's Angie from Color Tree Creations. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today's little journal share here for you guys is actually a design team project for Nevermore Creations 17 on Etsy, or you know her here on YouTube as Lindsey Zenor, and on Facebook she has the group Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals, and Friends. My design team project tonight is actually pretty simple. This is a 5x7 journal. This is actually not my normal, kit journal. This is using Lindsey's Fly Free ephemera pack. It has 45 images on it, and it's 9 images per page, 5 pages. Go check her out because I'm pretty sure she's running a sale. Now, don't quote me on that. I haven't checked today. I've been outside with the kiddos today most of the day, so yeah. The journal kit, like I said, is called Fly Free, and it's all about birds. I don't know if you guys are noticing a recurring theme in the types of journals that I like to do, but I really like nature and really like birds. And I love, love, love the Fly Free kit. Look at this image. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, 5x7 journal. It's fabric covered. This is actually a Shepherd of the Hills book. I had 2 copies, so I used one to make this journal. Well, I gutted it and used the cover to make this journal. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else I could say. I reinforced the spine with a layer of cardstock, and so this is not your. This is like Nick the Booksmith. That's just my washer. If you hear it in the background, I'm downstairs, and the washer's on the other side of the wall. And I have my giant towel in there, so it's off balance. It'll pass. Anyway, if you watch Nick the Booksmith, she has a little series where she does some different types of covers and stuff, and she shows you how to reinforce a spine on a cover and stuff, and that's all I did. Put a little bit of lace at the top and the bottom. It's 2 signatures in an envelope, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. This journal is for me, so I made it to my liking, and you'll probably see in here that I'm not into tuck spots and the tags and stuff. I like a journal for writing, but I wanted to use Lindsey's bird images, so here we go. This is Tales of You and Me by Prima. This is the leftover bit. It's got some flowers down at the bottom on one of them here, like this. It's the other side. Here's a lovely, looks like a blue jay as far as the way the bird looks, but I know it's not. I've got lots of writing space here for myself. But look at that, isn't that pretty? It's just a tuck spot, and this is a flip up. I can either put a photo here, piece of fuzz, or I can journal there, or whatever I want to do. That ticket is actually mine. It's over on Junk Journal Junkies. I actually gave myself a little line to try to stay down at so that I'm not all over. This is coffee or Kool-Aid dyed paper. Kool-Aid dyed paper. Another one of Lindsey's beautiful images. My kids are playing Minecraft. They haven't got to play today, and they got a new, what do you call it? I don't know. They got a new texture pack. It's, what is the name of that movie? Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're all excited. Pirate stuff, yay! I have some rosette trim here, and then another pretty image. And some coffee dyed paper on this book page, and this is gessoed. I have so many book pages. I think I might just start making some gessoed book pages and sewing them together for big journals. I know it sounds silly, but I have so many. Here's another one of her images. I just fussy cut that out, and then I added this to a guest check. The word dance, that's mine. I just printed them off on my computer. I picked a font that looked kind of like a typewriter font and went to town with words and printed it out. This is another of Lindsey's images. It was a bigger image, but I cut it down. So there's that. Some more Kool-Aid dyed paper from the last journal you guys saw. And this is the top of some vintage ledger. On the one type of ledger paper that I have, it actually has a perforated strip that you can tear off the top for like a receipt. There's some book plate images. Another tag. It's just backed with ledger paper. It says Journey. Some Hobby Lobby lace and some Tim Holtz washi. I got a few. There's one missing out of here, but like I don't pay full price for nothing. It's $3.99. It's normally $10. I got these. I think were $1.50 for both of them. So I really like that torn fabric looking paper. Here's another image. This looks like a bird of prey. I've got some dictionary page and some cheesecloth and stuff. Oh, this bird. I love it. I love it. The whole set is absolutely stunning. Alright, here's the center. I put a hinge in here with an envelope. And I figured this would probably wear better than sewing it in by itself. And then I have this little booklet that I put together with some scraps and some gesso book pages. I have a tutorial somewhere on that. Here's another one of the images with some burlap ribbon. I just cut in between the wires on it because I don't like wired ribbon. That's some of the washi. That's the washi that's missing. It's upstairs. It's just, I backed it with a piece of lined paper. You know the little tiny notebooks that you flip up? Well, I have one that is from like the 80s and it has the spiral on the side. That's the one that I use. And here's another blank spot. Like I said, I didn't go all out on this one. Not because you couldn't, but I created this journal for my use. So I wanted to make it how I wanted it. As you notice, there's nothing to decorate it. And if I want to decorate later, I can, according to what I'm putting in, like photographs and stuff like that. Here's some writing space and some fabric and paper collage with one of Lindsey's images. Here's some blank space on this page for writing, and then I backed this with a piece of book page, and I just put some more extra writing space in there. It's just a scrap piece of paper. I made this mostly out of scrap. Little bits and pieces of fabric I had laying around, bits and pieces of paper. Aren't those pretty? Love them. Oh, and then there's this one here. Some wood grain. Some glittery washi. And here's some bright pink flowers on this one, so I put it on this bright page with a bright background. It's some fabric, and that's a faux enamel dot made from the perler beads. Mine never turn out very pretty. This is all I have left because the rest of them baked to the paper And I was using parchment. I might try wax paper next time. I don't know. But they're still pretty. It's, I don't have a lot of... I figured towards the end this little bit wouldn't matter much. And then I used the Cherish stamp. And this is the stamp that I use. It's Studio G. None of these have any actual name on what the stamp is called, but it has a... It says hello, and the butterfly, it says friend, and a butterfly, it says thank you. And then these are the stamps, Stampin' Up! Stamps. I got these for $1.50 for all 4 of them at a one of those like antique mall type things where people rent out booths and sell stuff that they don't want anymore. I was like, wow. I mean, they're not that old, 2005. It's not like they're 50 years old for $1.50. Anyway, that is the end of my book and the end of my blah, 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 kind of. Like I said, I can't wait to get into this one. I think this is going to be my new prayer journal. So that's the reason why I left a whole lot of space in here for writing. It's a way for me to keep, you know, my thoughts and feelings and stuff in check. Because I don't know if those of you who only journal the good things or only journal specific memories, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I've noticed when I go through, and if I start journaling every day, I really notice a pattern in between the seasons. I notice a pattern in between certain holidays and stuff like that on the emotional roller coaster that is life. Things that seem to bother me every year, year after year. And when you start noticing that these things are bothering you, you can either face them head on and say, all right, self, this is how you handle this situation every year. Let's see what we can do to change it. And you can go into it with a different mindset because you know that it's getting to that time of whatever, whether it be, you know, a certain person's birthday that passed on or holiday or something like that. Like my mom, she passed away on October 22nd, 1998. And I notice sometimes towards the end of October, I start turning really, really haggy. You know what I mean? Like you get emotional and then you turn around and you realize, well, yeah, that could be a little bit why, because you start thinking about it more as you get to that time. Christmas gets me too, because, you know, my mom's not here to be around my kids. The holidays are really bad. Their grandma never got to meet them. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, as a mom, you think about. There are other things, birthdays, as you get older, you know, you start dreading them more and more. Or maybe you love them more and more. And you can start seeing more about yourself. You can look into yourself when you journal. So that's why I keep mine. Tell me why you keep yours. Leave a comment below. I will link Lindsey's shop and her Facebook page down below. And, you know, go check her out. She's got all kinds of goodies to play with. She makes awesome journals, and she's not as grungy as I am, I guess you would say. I mean, like, I'm heavy-handed on the dark stuff a lot of the times, and I have a hard time doing bright and cheery. Not because I'm not bright and cheery, but because I really, really like grungy stuff. I like old stuff. Like, this is my next journal cover. So, anyway. It's pretty icky, but in a good way. So, anyway, yeah, go check out Lindsey's shop. Go check out her YouTube channel and her Facebook. And I will see you next time, whenever that is. I know I've been missing in action here lately, but hopefully things will change and I can get back at it. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you have a marvelous weekend, or, well, whatever day it is whenever you watch this. Bye.